What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. I gave you guys three different teams yesterday. One of them did lose, and I actually know exactly why they lost. My damn normal stuff that I look at was the line movement, and I even said in the video, the line is actually going in the reverse direction. It moved about 50 points, and then I was looking at the wrong information. I was looking at the wrong team, and when the team for the Pirates, it actually went down also, but then it bounced back, and that didn't happen in the Dodgers game. So it was my apologies for that, and also that's why I believe they lost, because the line was shifting so dramatically, and I didn't pay attention to that. Overall, the Spurs was an easy win. The Pirates was an easy win, and then the Dodgers just killed it. So in the VIP, we actually had an 8-1 day, and I'm going to take it for a great win. We almost had a sweep, except for the Dodgers. If the Dodgers would have won, we would have had a sweep day. Let me just quickly go over exactly what happened. I'm going to go through this very, very quickly, and then I'm going to give you guys a very strong play, actually two very strong plays in baseball. So stay tuned for that. It's one of our best plays that we're hitting with. It's the under no runs in the first inning. So you can see right here, I put this out to the VIP yesterday. The Detroit Tigers versus the Mets on the under no stolen bases. I'm sorry, no runs in the first inning. And you can see the score is pretty high. It's 12 runs, but none of those were done in the first inning. So this hit for us. Another one right here was the Rockies and the Pirates. And then I took it again with the Tigers and the Mets. But this time I bought it for the under 1.5. So even if they did score one run, which I think the Pirates did, it still won the bet. And the other one was this one here, was the Angels and the Guardians. Same thing. I parlayed them together. Under no run in the first inning. So all three of these hit. And the thing is that I threw these out in the Discord also for the VIP very early in the morning. So if you're missing out on that, make sure you take advantage. Go to the link in the description. The last few ones I'm going to go very quickly. This is the Canadians and the Vegas Knights. You can see at the end of the day, the Vegas Knights actually lost the game, but because we had them at a plus 1.5, we still won that bet. And then I had the Pirates. I did the Spurs. I actually said to go with this on yesterday's video. We had the Rays to win. I had the Mariners, and then I liked it so much that I can get better odds. So I got it again, and that hit for us. All right, guys, so let me get right into the plays. Let me just go through very quickly what the slate is looking like, and then I'll give you the two plays that I was just talking about. So there's a lot of stuff in here. It's called the Sharp Edge. If you want access to this tool, it's free for 2 weeks, and you get access to the Discord as well. So I'm combining both the Discord and the Sharp Edge tool, and let me show you what this looks like. So in the morning, I click into the line move tool, and it actually tells me where the lines are shifting. So in this example, it's saying the Diamondbacks went from an underdog to a favorite. I have not done the research on this for this particular team, so I'm not taking it as of right now. And then the Reds, the same thing. The line moved very slightly, 6 points. So it's telling you to take a look at both of those. One of them is the Diamondbacks at the plus 1.5 and the Reds on the money line. I'm not taking these yet, but this is a good starting point to start doing your research. Once we get into the sharp plays, it actually tells you to take a look at Cleveland on the money line. So I actually do like Cleveland. I threw it out in the VIP the way I'm going to play that. So check that out. I'm going to give you guys the other two plays right now. But first, let me just go through this, and then I'll get right into the plays. So this is just the dashboard here. MLB games for today. It gives you the green signal if one team is supposed to win over the other. These are just score projections. Obviously, we don't know the score yet. So right now, it's literally just telling you what the projections are. So Yankees to win, Cleveland to win, Pittsburgh to win, Cincinnati to win, Boston to win, Toronto, the Mets, Miami, Padres, Texas, Seattle, and then Dodgers. So overall, you can see once you start looking at this stuff, I'm just going to show you how it looks on mobile. This is the way it would look on a mobile phone. And again, it's 2 weeks for free. And this is just the starting point. I'm not going to get into all the details, but if you click into this, it breaks down the game entirely. It gives you the line moves, the expert insights, the pitching analysis, the bullpen analysis, the batting analysis, again, even deeper pitcher stuff, the projections, and then to bat in the ninth, and then the overall team records. It gives you all this breakdown and then the deeper research. So It basically gives you everything you need to know. The way I made this was I had a checklist that I started building over the years. And then once I had a very strong checklist of, okay, this checks off for this team, this checks off for this team, and so on, I actually built it step by step. So whenever I'm looking at this is actually how I think about my checklist. So again, I'm going to give you the plays now, but I do actually like the Guardians. So if you guys want to take that, I'll talk about this in another video. This is just a breakdown of this tool, and it's mobile friendly as well. So let me get right into the plays now. So this is actually what's called a no-run first inning. And I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of what this is. And this is actually part of the Sharp Edge tool that I just showed you also. It's easier to take a screenshot so I can zoom in on this and show you like the highlights and all that stuff. But it's part of the Sharp Edge tool as well. First thing I want to look at is the defense. So Robbie Ray for the San Francisco Giants, you can see in the last, 6 games, he's been on fire with no runs in the first inning. You can see in his career, he started about 269 games. He's hitting at a 72% hit rate overall in his career. In this park, he's hitting a 72%, last 10, 90%. Let's go to Ohtani. He's a straight up on fire, 10 out of 10, no runs in the first inning. Just look at this graph. I'm not going to go through that again, but this is a very strong defensive game today. Now, if we look at the offense now, the offense down here, the only little questionable thing that I don't like is actually 2 little things, but this one is the big one. It's this, the Giants, they're ranked 5th to get runs in the first inning. So they start off very strong. So that's a big risk right there. Also, in this season, they're hitting 81%. So 81% of their games, they're getting a run in the first inning. However, this kind of gets neutralized for 2 reasons. Right here in the last 3 games, they've got 0%. They have not hit. Also, they're facing this guy, which is a monster, 100% hit rate so far in the last 10. Now, if we look over here on the offense for the Dodgers, they're ranked 13th. They're hitting 71%. And then this is somewhat of a little bit of a negative, which is the last 3 games, they've hit 1 game with the run in the first inning. So anyways, if you want to diminish your risk, you can take this one on the no run first inning, but take it at the under 1.5 and parlay it with the other one I'm about to give you. If you believe what you see here and what I'm showing you and has been hitting very good for us, then you can just take this game straight up under no run first inning. All right, next game is going to be the Angels and the Cleveland Guardians. Again, look how much they're on fire right here. 70% hit rate in the last 10, 90% hit rate in the last 10. Defense is very, very good overall. And then look at the offense. It's horrible. Ranked 24th, ranked the 19th. No runs in the first inning in the last 3 games. No runs in the first inning in the last 3 games. And then overall in the season, 65% and 70%. So very weak, facing a strong pitcher. Somewhat medium, facing a strong pitcher. And then very overall rank is very, very low. So again, if you don't want to risk this, you can take this as the under 1.5, no run first inning, and parlay it together with the Mets with the Dodgers and the Giants. So you can parlay both of these together, under 1.5, no runs first inning, or you can take them straight up. So that's the way I'm taking it. I'm actually taking them both ways. I'm taking it Dodgers and Giants under, no run first inning, Angels and Guardians under, no run first inning, and I'm taking them as a parlay with the under 1.5. If this doesn't make sense, please comment and I'll explain it better. But it should make sense if you've been watching my videos. Otherwise, then let me know. Thank you so much, guys. We're starting to grow again. It's kind of went in a little bit of a slump right there for a little bit of a while for the YouTube videos to take off. I really do appreciate everybody that's been commenting, liking, and subscribing. Please make sure you take a second to comment. Also like, subscribe, and share this video with other buddies. Also, check out the free picks if you haven't done so. That way you can get alerted whenever I'm throwing out the free picks. Thank you so much, guys. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers.